How are you all? I just wanted to put to bed an issue that has been around for a little bit too long, but explain finally as we signed the so-called tourist marketing district agreement that what we're all doing and what our aim is and how we hope to move forward. I want to thank two great supporters on the council members Emerald and Alvarez. They stood with me, but made sure that we finally, excuse me, did come to an agreement. And I want to thank them for their efforts, both supporting me and David had to run back and forth between the two sides all night to finally bring us together.
I brought you the whiteboard.
So let me just tell you what it was all about before I signed this document. In that, as you know, there was a procedure set up some time ago, and then tried to be continued to fund a marketing campaign of the city. The way it was done and the circumstances under which it came about, including the way the convention center was funded, the convention center financing was funded, gave me grave doubts during the election campaign and when I became mayor that this was a proper way to go. If I had been mayor at the time, I would have demanded a public vote on this, on these issues, whether they be the convention center funding or the TMD. I think the law requires that. And as you know, there are suits against the city on that issue. And those suits will be decided by the courts, and we don't have anything to do with it at this point. What we were interested in doing, though, is that if those suits were successful, I believe they will be, that the city and its general fund do not suffer as a consequence. That is, if we were giving money to the tourist marketing district and they spent it, and then we had to somehow make up the $30 or more million that was spent, then that's a big hole in our general fund. So I demanded, and that was at the heart of all of the negotiations, protection for the city and its general fund should either of these suits be determined to be successful. And I think that's what we got out of it. The document I'm going to sign, in fact, does give the taxpayers of San Diego indemnification of $30 million, as I say, just in case. And if that does not occur, if I'm wrong, and those suits are found to be, don't have any merit, then that money goes right into the marketing, because it'll be there either in our treasury, or it had been spent by the hotels and they don't have to refund it. So we will get our $30 million if there is a suit that is successful, and if it's not successful, that money goes right into marketing, and we'll be whole again as the marketing efforts that we want to do. In addition, and I'm getting more and more excited about this, and we're going to have a rollout, I hope, within 3 or 4 weeks of just what the Bicentennial Committee is doing. But we have now a very innovative producing group that is going to produce an incredible event in 2015, our centennial. And we needed to get started on the money with that. And we're going to have $6 million out of the Tourist Marketing District for our bicentennial celebration, of which about $750,000 is going to come right away and get, make sure those efforts continue. And I think the city is going to get really excited about that when we roll out the concepts in a few weeks. So we were trying to protect both the general fund and the celebration. We're glad that the tourist industry agreed to do that, and I'm going to be happy to sign this document. I think all of us, no matter how we felt on this issue, on both sides, we love the city of San Diego. We understand how tourism is important to our city, and is one of the the three pillars of our economy. And we're all going to work together to make sure we do bring more tourists. The centennial will be a big effort in 2015, but we're going to continue to all of us work together to make tourism the real bright spot in our economy as we move forward. Ms. Emerald, I want to thank you for your help, and if you would like to say a few words, the microphone is yours.
Thank you very much. This was a concern that was dogging me through the whole process as well, that with lawsuits pending and my belief that this should have gone to the voters, I was very concerned about the liability coming back on the city and its impact on our ability to provide basic services, especially public safety, which of course is a passion of mine. So I'm glad that the mayor and the council and the industry were able to work out a compromise, and that we do offer some protection to taxpayers, and that we are able to begin funding this bicentennial celebration, and to do it in a timely fashion so that by 2015 we're ready to launch a year-long celebration. So thank you to the mayor, and thank you to David Alvarez. I mean, you have taken such incredible initiative to sit down with the tourism folks, to sit down with the rest of the council, the mayor, and spend time negotiating. You've shown real leadership, and I think that we all owe you a debt of gratitude, David.
I'd just like to second that. You know, when you're in these negotiations, sometimes the personalities start getting a little bit more important than the issues. David refused to allow that to happen. He'd call me in the middle of the night and say, we got to do this, or I'm taking this to Terry in the morning, or and he said the same thing to Terry, and I'll come back to Bob. And he was really responsible for making sure that egos and personalities did not overtake the interests of the city, and we are grateful to you, David.
Thank you. You know, I wasn't here for the vote. I was in Mexico City doing some work with the Chamber of Commerce and others, but and the mayor of Tijuana, a real binational effort there. So I wasn't here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to say anything, but we did work really hard. And the bottom line of this for everybody to know is the mayor was, from mayor's perspective, was to make sure that we looked out for the city. And in the end, we got protections for the city. And from the industry perspective, it was how do we make sure that the industry does well and that tourism thrives. So they were both really, really worthy goals, and it was just a matter of how do we bring those two in line to make sure we had an agreement. So we had different iterations. We went through different back and forth. Some of you already saw our whiteboard.
There's an iteration there that I
that was
right away. I didn't understand a word of it.
So we went through that, and again, I want to thank the mayor for making this issue, bringing this issue to the forefront. I think when this was approved in council last year, it was lacking some protections, and that was brought to light with the mayor, and the industry understood that, and I want to thank them as well for coming to the table and understanding that perspective and being willing to work with us. So congratulations to all.
Again, thank you, and we thank the council and all of us working together on this. I have 3 documents I have to sign. One is the actual operating agreement between TMD and the City of San Diego, which as mayor I have to sign, and we will do that now. I have the amendments to the agreement that was passed by the council on April 15th. Is that the one we weren't here for? And I have the resolution that deals with the budget of the TMD for the first part of this year. Is that right? With that, we're going to get busy with marketing our city, making sure that our tourist economy stays strong, and that we move forward in a whole bunch of different directions. We're moving forward on tourism. We're moving forward on our port economic development plan. We're moving forward on our renewable energy plan, all of which is going to strengthen our economy and make sure that we continue to provide San Diegans with the confidence and the optimism as we move forward. As David mentioned, we were in Mexico City last week, and I had the opportunity to meet with the mayor of Mexico City, and he's going to be sending some people up here to help us with some issues that we have here. And we are going to do the same with him, and we're going to look forward to a trade and investment. I met with the mayor of Mexicali today. They are very, very anxious to have a much more robust kind of economic relationship with the city of San Diego. It's a surprising city, by the way. We tend to concentrate on Tijuana, but Mexico City has Mexicali has a tremendous aerospace industry growing, colleges that are producing engineers, and are very interested in working with us for a stronger economic gain. So this is part of a bigger effort to provide economic development for San Diego. We're open to any questions you might have for any of us.
Do you know how long before the money actually gets released? I've heard 20 days, I've heard, how long is it procedurally before they actually get the money?
Well, under the terms of the agreement, as I understand it, they have to, their biggest hotels have to provide us the waivers, and as soon as we get those, the money will start flowing. I don't know how long that's going to take them. I mean, that's a question for them.
We've fallen behind somewhat in getting this launched. Can we catch up, and how do we catch up?
Oh yeah, look, they have money from their previous existence. I mean, the first TMD, and they have resources that come to the TMD in other ways. They're not completely dependent on city money, but they say they missed some TV deadlines. Well, we'll make up for it as we go along. You can't, I guess, regain those lost ads, but we all feel that that we're going to have adequate advertising to make sure San Diego's a player in all the tourist decisions around the country.
Joe Terzi of the Tourism Authority said that during
I
this
thought you
period
said judge.
during this period of uncertainty, and that they did have to issue the layoff notices. Now they can withdraw them, but in the meantime, they lost 7 of their top-level salespeople. Are you concerned that they lost talent during this period of uncertainty?
Look, the uncertainty was overstated. I mean, they have money. They had the ability to fund this. This was part of, the political theater that was going on. I don't think we are in any weakened position. And again, rather than put the blame on someone else, they could have been funding this the whole time. I mean, it's a private group. It's private hotels. They have the money to be doing this without the city. I never understood what the city was involved in this to begin with, but that's what the council decided. But so I think that was vastly overstated.